Today I'm just showing you how to clean and maintain the Mahlkonig E80 grinder. To start, you're wanting to close the hopper latch to stop any coffee flowing into the grinder, and then using a handle dosing out any coffee that's in the chamber. This is going to make it a lot easier to clean. Now from here we're grabbing the hopper, twisting it anti-clockwise to come off. So it just comes straight off. This will turn off the grinder as there's a safety switch that the hopper engages when it's on. So this will make sure that the grinder won't turn on while you have it apart. At the top here we have 2 screws that we are going to loosen. These don't have to come off fully, they can just be loosened. Just loosening those. And then here we have a lock and unlock position. That's just this center collar. This is clicking over to the unlock position, which will release this top plate. We can put this to the side. Now, here we have, there'll be 2 things that we're going to be cleaning. First thing is the plastic clump crusher. This is basically what's going to keep the coffee coming out really nice and smooth. And if the grind ever starts to come out really like spraying out of the chute, it's most likely this just needs to be cleaned. So this can just be cleaned with a dry cloth. You can clean it in the sink, but just make sure everything's dry when it's going back in together. So just giving that a clean. Second thing is taking off this burr carrier to give it a clean underneath. These screws are the same as the first 2. You don't have to take them out fully, you can just loosen them. So we loosen these screws. And then this carrier just shifts to the position where you're able to take the carrier off. And then from here we can just grab a brush, give it a clean, get all the coffee out. All the coffee that's in here, you can just give it a brush and it's going to just come out of the chute at the bottom. You can also use a vacuum if you have it. There's no loose pieces, so nothing's going to be sucked up that you don't want to be. So just giving it a clean, getting as much of that coffee out as possible. Getting any from the top off. We also have this chute underneath. This can just click right out. You can give this a clean, give it a wipe with a cloth, and then that just clicks back into position like that. Now putting it back together, we're just doing the opposite. So the top burr carrier, just sitting into position, and then making sure that we're twisting that across before we're tightening up these screws. Tightening those screws. They don't have to be, you don't have to go super tight, just until they're stopping. Making sure we're putting our clump crusher back into the little slot there. And then top plate going back on. Twisting to that lock position. Tightening up these 2 screws at the top. And then hopper back on, and then everything should be turning back on, and that's everything.